What's up, Sushi Squad? We are back again some more Trove. I know this video is a little late. Okay, you gotta consider that I've been staying up till like 5 in the morning lately, just trying to get editing done on a bunch of other videos and stuff. And so I basically wake up at like 2 or 3 p.m. and then I go to the gym, and then by the time I'm back from the gym, because I walk to the gym and so on and so forth, it takes about like 2 hours. So by the time I end up getting home, showering and all that stuff, well, then it's usually pretty late. My God, what an abomination. This is beautiful, spooky. Anyways, we're here to talk about Lexian today. But before we talk about Lexian, we should probably talk about today's sponsor. Did you know that there is a Trove cosplay contest going on TikTok right now? Well, you should, because first place is going to end up winning 1,000 euros and second place is also going to win 1,000 euros. Now, how do you end up actually competing in this competition? Well, links will be in the description to where you can end up downloading a PDF of this mask. There's also going to end up being an instructional video showing you how to craft it. Normally the mask has color, okay? I do not have a color printer. You're also probably supposed to make this out of like more durable paper rather than just normal printing paper. But anyways, what you're gonna do is record yourself with this mask somewhere out in public, and then you're going to upload that to TikTok with the hashtag Trove cosplay, hashtag gaming, hashtag cosplay. By participating in this contest, you'll end up actually getting a free sun-charged cash, which is pretty cool. The first place prize winner is going to end up being chosen by the video that has the most likes, and that person's going to receive 1,000 euros, as I said, and then second place is going to end up being picked by a jury of GameGo employees and influencers. I'm going to end up being one of those influencers. I don't know if there's other ones, but you got to kind of act fast because this month is just going, woo, it's going by super duper quick, and you gotta end up having your entry in the contest by August 28th, and then the winners are going to end up being chosen September 16th. Thank you, GameGo, for sponsoring this video, but more importantly, thank you folks watching at home for actually watching this video. Another thing too is if you end up putting any funny TikToks, I'll probably end up doing a reaction video at some point. Okay, now that we got that out, oh my God, there's so many people. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go and talk to Lexian. Oh, another thing too that I want to mention just before we get into Lexian is that there was actually a Trove dev stream earlier today, and they confirmed that we're going to end up having a new event next Tuesday, I think. Probably. But more importantly, they confirmed that the next class that's going to end up receiving a rework is the Boom Boom Boomeranger, which I'll probably end up having like a separate video talking about or something. I don't know. Anyways, here's Luxian's inventory, which is, this is a prime example to show that the developers do not know the value of these in-game items. My God, why are Radical Rainbow Wings 200 dragon coins? Those sell for like 10k flux. Oh Lord, the Trove devs are so funny. I think that they're just trolling at this point. So anyways, Lexian's got this unique item, which is going to be the well-traveled treasure chest, which is, I don't know. I mean, I kind of like it. I kind of don't at the same time. The gold itself, like, it could have used a shiny texture or something, and it could have been more than just pea yellow color. I think it would have been a lot cooler if they had it actually look like Trove coins or flux or something. The chest itself looks fine. I don't know any chest in the game that actually looks like this, though. I would have appreciated more so if the chest looked like a dungeon chest as a mount. That would have probably been a lot better. Then there's going to be the repulsing emblem, which is just, you know what? It's repulsing for the wrong reasons. So this is actually a knockback emblem, so pushes nearby foes away from you. There is literally no instance where you would ever want to do that. So frankly speaking, this is just a waste of time. The only reason you would get this is just because of the mastery. I'm curious to see if people think this is valuable. Yeah, people do. I don't know why. Nobody should ever be using that. It's disgusting, but okay, whatever. I mean, that's the thing with Luxian's inventory. You can almost always end up grabbing some of his stuff and then selling it for like a ridiculous amount. And I don't understand, dude. So anyways, Bitten Kitten. This is going to end up being an old event item. I think this was a Halloween item or something. So it's kind of odd that we're getting it now when it may end up actually just being back in the rotation when we end up getting the Shadow's Eve event in October. But I mean, that's still a little while away. But either way, it's a bouncing mount, so I'm not the biggest fan. It's also one of those mounts that's like only one color, so not much detail to it. Then there's going to be firework flyers. So these are actually going to end up being event wings from the New Year event, if I'm not mistaken. And these are going to end up hello? / pose. There we go. Weird. They're going to look like this. Excuse the barrier I have on my character. I don't know why it's still there, but whatever. It's fireworks wings, right? So, hey, that's pretty cool. You know, it's kind of to celebrate like New Year's, or maybe it was a Chinese New Year event or something. I forget where they were from, but either way, they're going to end up being super duper sparkly and kind of cool. The only thing that I wish would really sell it would be if the particles would actually end up interacting with the ground at some point, but that's okay. Beggars can't be choosers. Then we got the radical rainbow wings. Now, the funny thing is, I actually really enjoy these wings, but they're not even 10k each. They're like 6k or 4k. Like, this is ridiculous. Why are they 200 dragon coins? Devs, come on. Like, the radical rainbow wings are actually really, really cool. They're one of my favorite wings in the game visually. I just like them so much. I don't know, there's just something about that. Can you get out of screen? Thank you. But they are from Troves of Wonder, and they used to end up having a lot more value when obviously people didn't have a lot of them. But these are so ridiculously common in the Troves of Wonder. That's why they have no value to them. Like, this is an item that is just extremely common in the game. So I hope that none of you made the mistake of buying them for 200 dragon coins. If you did, sound off in the comments if you're not embarrassed of being ridiculed. No, but seriously, dude, my heart goes out to any of you that ended up making the mistake of buying this, because that's a beginner's trap. Otherwise, I would be excited that Lexian has wings in his inventory. So anyways, then there's going to be the Lexian equipment style stash. So in the hats and weapon category and so on and so forth, you'll notice there's all these different categories, right? So what the Lexian style stash does is it'll unlock a random seasonal event pinata or Lexian equipment style within these categories of, you know, the hats and weapons and so on and so forth. And then we've got some crystalline cores, 5 of them. You can buy 5 individually for 30 dragon coins each. That's the equivalent of doing 5 5-star dungeons. I can do that with my eyes closed, but you know what I can't do with my eyes closed? Get 150 dragon coins really, really quickly. Like, you can do the 5-star dungeons in like not even a quarter, less than a quarter of the time that it takes to get the amount of dragon coins that they're asking for this. Like, again, devs, just my mind is blown, dude. Like, come on, they're just so out of touch with Lexian's inventory. I guess I shouldn't be teasing the developers. We should be teasing old Lexian. You know, he tries really hard, but he is kind of an old boomer, and he doesn't really understand the way that the world works anymore. You know, like, just look at him. Like, he's trying so hard. What are these items? You're saying I'm a scam? Oh, I'm saying you're more than a scam, buddy. But anyways, then there's going to end up being the Golden Hoard Dragon Soul. So these, ultimately, it's going to cost you 400 dragon coins to get a maximum amount of these, because you only need to get 100 of them, right? Problem is, Lexian only sells 15 of them per visit, and he's on a bi-weekly schedule. So he's here this week, gone next week, he's here the week after. But you're going to end up getting all of these badges out of consuming the souls more and more and more and more and more, which gives you tons and tons of mastery, gives you dragon stats, and ultimately ends up giving you multiple forms of the Lexian dragon, which we're only going to end up focusing on the, this is my final form right here, right? Which is going to end up being kind of a baby version of him, which has a little bit more extra detail to him. It's kind of cool. Ignore the arrows, okay? That's a mod. But anyways, impressive wingspan. I always like his video effects. I always show that off because he shoots and it's got flux, but they also have physics to them, so they end up actually interacting with the environment, which is pretty cool. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me today. Smash like, sub for more, buy the merch you want to support the channel. I am gonna have some other videos out today, but I have to edit them, and I have to also go pick Mariko up from work like right after I'm done uploading this, so it's gonna be tight, and the videos will probably show up later tonight.